Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to installment of Scott Selections here for Saturday, November 27th. Before getting today's play of the day, quick recap of weapon. Yes, we had a nice winner in hockey with the Islanders team total under 2.5 at minus 115 on BetMGM. Really doesn't get any easier than that when the team that you bet on to score less than 3 goals doesn't score at all and loses the game 1-0. So picked up a nice winner there. Look for another easy winner here on Saturday. Before the play of the day, we're going to be going back to the NBA and looking at a matchup between the Knicks and the Hawks, taking place at around 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And for the play today, we like the Hawks at home, minus 3.5 at minus 110 on DraftKings. Time recording of 2:15 a.m. Eastern Time. Covering why I like the Hawks in the spot. First of all, 3.5 at DraftKings is an absolute gift. Every other book, FanDuel, BetMGM, Fox Bet, they all have -5. So you're saving 1.5 points with no questions asked, with no additional juice. Seems to me like DraftKings fell asleep at the wheel, and I'm going to take advantage of it. But I do think the Hawks should be favored by even more than 5 points in this matchup because they're looking at the recent results, and the Hawks have been one of the hottest teams in the league over the last week and change. The Hawks have won each of their last 7 games, and the most impressive part is that each of those wins have come by at least 10 points. So a lot of these games aren't even close. They played the Grizzlies yesterday, won that game by 32 on the road. Meanwhile, you're looking at the Knicks, and this team has struggled a bit on the road lately, as New York has lost each of its last 2 road games by at least 6 points. And the Knicks played yesterday, got killed by Phoenix at home, lost by 21. So you're going through the results here. The Knicks have really alternated between wins and losses for the last couple of weeks, but they've beaten up on some weaker teams. For example, they beat the Rockets, they beat the Pacers, they beat the Lakers with no LeBron, but they lost to the Suns, they lost to the Bulls. They're losing to decent teams. They lost to the Hornets as well by 8. So when they play decent teams, it seems like they come up short, and Atlanta has definitely hit another gear where they're starting to look like the playoff team that made the Eastern Conference Finals last year. And I do think that at home, especially, the Hawks should play well because Atlanta might be the most underrated home team in the entire league. The Hawks have won 8 of their first 9 home games, which with each of those 8 wins coming by at least 7 points. So simply put, they're going to be decently rested because even though there was a back-to-back, they blew out the Grizzlies. They were up 30 after 3 quarters. They could pull everybody for the 4th. So I didn't think they'll be, I'd say, not fatigued in this spot. But the home crowd has been great in Atlanta, and the Knicks have really struggled against quality opposition lately. This number is way too low. I think the Hawks could win this game from anywhere from 7 to 20 plus because the Hawks really could blow the doors off this team if they want to. We saw in the playoffs last year, this Knicks team really had a hard time sticking with Trae Young and guarding all these shooters. And the Knicks defense has gotten worse since last year. So I'm not exactly sold on the matchup here defensively for the Knicks, which is why I think the Hawks should end up winning this game pretty handily. So play that once again here for Saturday, November 27th is going to be on the Hawks, minus 3.5 at minus 110 on DraftKings. Bye, everyone.